One dream, one wish 叶えたいなら Over the top 見たこともない世界目指し荒ぶる波風越えて突き進まなきゃダメさ一番乗りしたいんだ心配とか後回しどうせ勝負一か八か相手がでかく見えたら心が縮んでる証拠逃げるなんてチョイスはない一歩そばへ近づくんだ生意気って褒め込んだきつい時ほど笑っとけ新しい明日探しに行きたいのならとびきりの自信を磨いて旅をした足跡がそう地図に変わるまで新しい合図ほら進んできた眩しさと難易度が上昇夢うつつれ起こせハリケーンさあちゃんとかき乱せ One dream, one wish 夢は逃げない全部の Over the top
Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is part 21 of my One Piece overview series, and today we're finally getting to Wano. I'm very excited to talk about Wano. My thoughts about Wano, it's probably number 2 in my top arcs of the series. Number 1 will always be Alabasta. I love Alabasta, but I also love Wano a lot. There are a lot of great moments for every character, well, almost every character. Especially Luffy, obviously, right? But also, like, the atmosphere of the anime changes drastically. Like, it takes a complete 180 to how it looked in the arc before, which was Whole Cake Island. I'm talking about the anime. The lines are scratchier and thicker to replicate the manga art style. The colors are more saturated and bright, and the animation just has a completely different feel to it, you know? The colors are incredibly vibrant. I mean, it's completely different. And I can't pull any names right now. I might have to do some research, but the direction, it's a completely new direction for the series, and I think I'll get to that in a future video. But yeah, the direction in anything is very important, and the person who directed the Wano arc of One Piece, he definitely knew, they knew what they were doing, for sure. So yeah, Wano, one of my favorite arcs, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. Yeah, I'm really excited to get into it. I'm gonna go a little slow. So I have 15 volumes left to cover, but there's a lot to cover. There's a lot to talk about. So for these last 5 episodes of this series, I think it's 5, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, it's gonna be 5 more probably. I'm just gonna be doing 3 volumes every episode of this series. But first question, or question of the day. I don't really have a question of the day. Just what do you guys feel about Wano? I already gave you my answer. I like it a lot. Especially I don't know, like the the pace and everything in the manga, but I did like the arc in the anime especially. I didn't have a problem with the pacing, believe it or not. I was just happy to watch Wano because it was very pleasing to the eyes. So yeah, let's get into it. Of course, I'll show you guys the volume covers. So this is volume 91. Volume 90 was officially labeled Wano, but that was mostly Reverie. So this one officially kicks off Wano. That's 91. 92. And 93. So a big part of Wano in One Piece are the fights. They're these huge spectacles, especially with the art style that Wano has. It's completely different. So the fights, I mean, they're a big part of any shonen, really, but especially One Piece, which makes Wano one of the best arcs in One Piece. You know, people can say differently, but that's how I feel. So let's get into 91. So here, I think Luffy and his crew, they shipwreck on Wano. And then he meets the little girl with the very weird devil fruit. Kibi Dango, I think. She can pull rice balls. I think that's what they are. Or dumplings, right. Out of her cheek, and then she feeds them to an animal, and then they listen to her, which is very odd. But yeah, and then so Tama, she has like a relationship with Ace, and then he tells her that Ace is dead, right? And I think that's a really good growth for Luffy, because 2 years ago Luffy wouldn't even want to hear those words, right? And I love this scene that Luffy and Zoro's reunion. They're so happy to see each other. And then they fight Basil Hawkins. That was cool to see Hawkins in the story again. And I think there's 4 supernovas. Well, counting Luffy and Zoro, there's 6 of them in this one arc. But yeah, there's 3 of them. There's Apu, Hawkins, and Drake. There's 4. Drake and Kid. And like the environment, it screams like Edo period Japan, and that was a nice breath of fresh air, you know. So this was like Oda's Japanese island, really. So then here, in the beginning, they're mostly just setting up the land of Wano and, you know, introducing new characters and stuff. But yeah, they pull out all the stops for the animation and everything, really, which I love so much. And I'll be honest, this part of the beginning of Wano, I was getting kind of tired all the way into this part of the story. Not the pacing specifically, but you know, I was kind of getting bored And then Luffy pulls out a red hawk on that guy. I wanted to say that that Wano is definitely bloated. Like I'm not gonna say that it isn't, because it really is. Not as much as Dressrosa, in my opinion, but I think what Wano did right is that it handled all the things in this arc, like it handled all of them better at the same time, you know. And here I like this. Luffy has his mindset, and you can't move him from his goal, right? So he says, by the time we leave this country, it'll be a place where you can eat as much as you want every single day. And I think towards the end of Wano, Luffy starts to realize that there's there's a bigger reason for him to help this country besides, you know, just food, right? And I'll get to that later because I want to talk about that. And then I unfortunately got this spoiled, but this would have been a crazy reveal. That there's time travel in One Piece. So, of course, it's the power of a devil fruit. But yeah, I had that spoiled for me, unfortunately. And I really love this theme of like the fire of rebellion, you know. The Yakuza 9 doing all they can to take back the land of Wano from Kaido. So then here they're just recruiting the rest of the Yakuza. I think, what's this guy's name? This guy's name is I forgot his name. But yeah, that was. Oh, and then there's the first appearance of Kaido. Well, in his dragon form. So yeah, that was 91. Really great start. I know a lot of people know this already, but One Piece is like a master of world building. I don't think anything really outclasses One Piece in that aspect. So then here's 92. This one's a bit thinner, so there's not going to be much to talk about. Just the absolute power of Kaido's devil fruit. One of the more powerful devil fruits, like in general, that we've seen. I was gonna say Zoans, but yeah, probably in the top 10 most powerful devil fruits. And it's a mythical devil fruit, I think. I was gonna say ancient, but it's an Uo no Mi Maro Seiryu. So the fish fruit model Azure Dragon. I'm not sure why it's a fish fruit. I mean, I guess you could call it a fish. But yeah, Luffy is getting Kaido all he has, and he resorts to Gear 4, right? And he's not even putting a bruise on Kaido. And Kaido just hits him with one single Thunder Bagua, and he gets knocked out cold. And then he gets imprisoned, I think. I like this scene that Luffy's knocked out, but he's still glaring at Kaido. And then there's the classic One Piece comedy with those stupid faces. Oh, and then we go to Perona and Mihawk. It was cool to see these two again. Oh, and then Gecko Moria arriving at Full-Lead. I think that's the island's name. And then the reappearance of Blackbeard. And I like that Wano is being played out in acts, just like a play. it really shows like how much like how important this arc is to the story, because this was being set up for a long while, all the way back in Thriller Bark when Ryuma mentioned that he was from Wano. And in a lot of stories, and especially One Piece, characters don't just name drop things, right, for no reason. So every word in this series especially is said for a reason, and will definitely be played out in the future. Like, one thing that I failed to talk about all the way back in like part 4, maybe, when I was going over Skypiea, when they first met Blackbeard, Zoro, and Luffy, and then there's Caribou. I don't like Caribou. But back to what I was saying. Blackbeard's famous words: "A man's dream never dies," or people's dream never dies, however you want to say it. But after Blackbeard leaves, Nami says, how could you, or something like that. I forgot what she says exactly, but then Zoro and Luffy say, it's not him, it's them. So I feel like that's definitely going to be explored in the future, and is most likely a clue as to why Blackbeard can hold more than one devil fruit. Some theories range from like that he has 3 hearts, that he has 3 souls, because there's 3 of everything when it comes to Blackbeard. I'll see if I can go back here. Oh, here it is. But yeah, you can see that he has 3 guns, he has 3 skulls, and 3 crossbones. 3 braided parts of his hair here. And he has 3 of something else. I'm not exactly sure. And then I'm not sure when this was mentioned, but apparently Blackbeard gave Shanks his scar, and there's 3, scars running down his eye. But yeah, I really want to see how that played out, because that sounds really interesting. Oh, and then there's Orochi. Oh man, I did not like Orochi. I was really hoping the entire time. I know he gets executed on Onigashima, and I really thought that was it for him, but I forgot how. But he survived, and then Hiyori just burned him to death. And then, yeah, there's the Tobiropo, which are full of dinosaur devil fruit users, which is really cool. Except for Black Maria, I think. I don't know why, but she has like a spider devil fruit or something. And then we're off to 93. I'll try to make this quick because there's not a lot happening so far. Or there's not a lot that I really care about, to be honest. Oh, and then there's Denjiro, or Kyoshiro. He's just disguising himself. I did not see that coming, honestly. There are a lot of big twists in this arc. And one of them is really big. I'm very excited to talk about that one. So I feel like Wano in One Piece has a lot of really good moments. Lots of really good fights, of course. And they didn't have to go so hard with the animation in this fight against Killer and Zoro. But man, they really did. They went all out. This fight was so cool. And then he uses the scythe as the sword in his mouth. That was awesome. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, that Wano has a lot of good moments. An unusual amount of good moments, especially for a single arc. And I guess you could split up Onigashima and Wano in two different ones because they're very different arcs. I feel like Wano is setting up everything that happens in Onigashima, or the raid on Onigashima. But you could definitely just put them together into one arc. So here, oh, that's right. They're Yasuie, I think that's his name. I'll just call him Yasu. Or they find out that he was one of the daimyos of Wano, and he's been hiding out in this little village the entire time. And then they execute him. This is one of the more heartbreaking scenes in the series, especially when it's revealed that all the people in the reason why all the people in that little village are like that are because of the smile fruits that they eat. And the smile fruits, I think they have like a 10% chance of giving the user like a super deformed version of a whatchamacallit, of a Zoan devil fruit, right? But most of the time, they're just left with the side effect, which is they can only laugh for the rest of their lives, which is that's horrifying, man. You can see that. I forgot her name, but the little girl with the pink hair, she was crying, but she couldn't help laughing at her dad's death. But yeah, that was the first 3 volumes of Wano. I think next video I'll do 94, 95, and 96. Yeah. But I'll see what I can do because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. After I'm done with this series, because I'll definitely be done with it by next week, I want to do some reviews on my One Piece figures because I don't know, just to do something different, and I want to change up the poses. I have what I call Stone Man syndrome, where I don't want to mess with my figures once I've already gotten them in some cool poses. So I'll show you guys right now. I have them in these poses, and I want to do some cool like action ones, because here it just looks like they're getting ready to fight, and I want to do it like they are fighting, but I have to get 2 more stands. So yeah, and then I want to do some reviews on my Naruto figures, because I haven't done any on these at some point. But I've had them in these poses for like 2.5 months now, and I don't want to move them because I tried so hard to get them into these poses. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I'll probably do 94, 95, 96, 90, 99. Maybe 3 or 4 in the next one. If I can, I'll squeeze in 5. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.